Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Matt from SnakeHerder Constrictors. I know it has been a long time. I got out of the hobby for quite a while, and I've only recently kind of started getting back into it again. And I'm going to explain all that probably in a podcast because nobody wants to listen to me talk about that for all that time and have to look at me at the same time. So I figure that's simpler to do on one of my podcasts because I'm going to try to get that up and running again soon. I have talked to some friends who might want to do some collaborative stuff with the podcast, so I thought that might be a fun thing to do. Try to get that back up and running because I'm going to work with a really small group of snakes, and so if there's not a whole lot to show all the time, maybe I can do some more discussion-based things in a podcast format, and I'll make sure to release them all here on YouTube. So that's a way that a lot of my friends who have listened to the ones in the past, that's how they like to do it. But anyway, there will be some breeding projects, there will be some snakes to look at, and I figured we would start off by showing the first in my new acquisitions. And this is something I'm really excited about because I'm keeping it, like I said, I'm keeping the group as small as possible. I don't want to produce tons of babies. I just want to produce a couple of clutches a year maybe. I do have another species other than ball pythons I'm planning on working with, but we'll talk about that when I actually acquire it, because until it's actually here, anything can change. I might have a hard time coming up with a specimen I want. So anyway, this is something I have never had in my group of ball pythons that I've ever owned. This is a female clown produced by my friend Paul Zuelke at Key Reptiles. He's been on the podcast before. This is a gorgeous little 2021 female. Just how cool is that thing? You can't beat the pattern on a clown's head. It's really hard. Maybe if I get my head out of the scene, it'll focus on her more. Is that working? I don't know if it's working. She sure is pretty. And she's eating frozen thawed right off the bat. She just shed, so I thought, why not do the first video in a long time showing off a beautiful little female clown. Now I know that a simple recessive is nothing to get crazy about anymore, and it's not a crazy expensive thing, but the clown has kind of proven to be the base of so many of the most popular combos. So I thought if I was going to have one snake around and just, see what I want to cross into it at some point, why not start with a beautiful female clown like this? Nice visible, and it's a simple single recessive. And one of the keys to me right now is I'm not going to purchase or keep any holdbacks as far as snakes for my own collection unless I think they're going to look extra cool as adults. And I think that adult clowns are one of the best looking ones, especially just the simple single recessive. But I could see getting leopard or Enchi or any number of other things. Banana clowns are cool as far as brighter colored ones, but I like dark colors, I like earthy tones, I like contrast. And that seems to be where a lot of people are going with it in the hobby right now, is they like the dark contrast. And you'll see that in my next video, the next snake that I decide to show off. Because Paul sold me 2 snakes when I got this one. And I figure instead of showing them both off at once, we'll just take our time and look at one at a time. And I'll have another video up for you guys really soon. But in the meantime, this is my female clown. And since I'm keeping the group small, everything's going to have a name. So this girl is Baroness. I named her after one of my favorite bands. Super cool band. Heavy, proggy stuff that if you're not into that, well, I feel sorry for you. But if you are and you've never heard them, you should definitely check them out. So this is my beautiful female clown, Baroness. We will have another video up as soon as possible because I've got another really cool snake to show you guys, but I'm going to wait until she eats again. So in the meantime, keep an eye out. I will hopefully have a podcast up soon. It's going to kind of hopefully explain my absence, where I've been, why I stopped keeping and breeding snakes for a while, and what the new game plan is for how I want to do things differently, because I certainly made some mistakes, and they're common. It's a story. If you watch a lot of people's YouTube videos who are into breeding snakes, oh, aren't you excited? A lot of people make the same mistakes, and I certainly made a lot of the same ones, but certainly had a lot of fun and had a lot of successes with it too. But got ahead of myself and too many snakes too fast. But here I am talking what the podcast is going to be about. So let's just drop that. Let's just enjoy this beautiful little snake. You get to watch her grow up with me, and hopefully you'll get to watch her produce a clutch of eggs here at some point, and it'll be really cool to see what we end up breeding into this. And even if we don't do a breeding project with her, we'll just enjoy looking at her and watching her grow, because this is a beautiful animal. Super happy to have her. Thank you, Paul. Made a great clown for me to enjoy. All right, thanks everybody. Try to get the videos rolling again, and maybe we can start seeing each other more often. Thanks a lot. Have an awesome day. Take care of your snakes.